day. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, this is Met Football on EA Sports. The New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction, one of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. He gets it underneath to Hall. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Waddle. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
2nd and 1 from the 2. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall.
Touchdown at Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
2nd and 6.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 3. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Mike Gesicki has really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. A career-high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
Room here to run. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 16-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Michel is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And New York set to take the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's got room. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's Mahomes. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Open man is Uzama. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
2nd and short. That's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. Touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 7. First down, Miami.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Back to throw again. He completes it to Wilson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
And his throw is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Berrios.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running left, it's Hall. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Mahomes' throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Straight ahead is Hall. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing now is Mahomes, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Miami set to take over. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 14. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. On target over the middle to Hill.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Working with his 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Taken down at the 42.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes over the middle and complete to Wilson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And some space here. 20. 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. Touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2nd and 2. Open man is Waddle, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. It's brought in by Wilson.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 17 yards out.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let it fly.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.